There was once someone who did such amazing things and said such amazing things that when they asked him who he was, Jesus said, "I am the light." This light began to travel in all the places Jesus had visited, in all the people that Jesus had talked to. This light is found in our beautiful creation. This light is in my heart and in your heart. This light calls us beloved and beautiful, children of the light. Hello, beautiful people. You are finding me again here in my dining room. It's been about a year since we gathered together in person. I have experienced this time with the Fairfield community as one that has been tender and open-hearted, filled with compassion, love, and commitment. The challenges of selling and leaving our building and the ways of being church, packing up the things that are important to us, has created a culture that is refined, clear, and resilient. As we have moved through this year, we have become clear about what we have to offer. We continue to be more interested in the questions more than the answers. I'm reminded of the line from Mary Oliver's poem, "While the man who has only questions to comfort himself makes music." We have a story, one that forms and informs us, giving us, as Gay would say, gifts of joy, meaning, and grace. We have rituals that help us to focus, such as light liturgy, contemplation, music, and prayer. And we have each other, a community that holds us gently as we evolve and grow. At the end of things, we are named and claimed and called beloved, just as we are. The gift of having 30 minutes to do anything, this is due to how much screen time we can deal with and or endure our meeting times due to gathering rules. It has focused us to get to the heart of things. Through listening to the community, the voice of God, and the still small voice that guides us, we have tried some things, learned some things, and what has come forward is beautiful, creative, and I believe closer to who we are called to be, a community of practice. When you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain, or as Jesus said, for those who want to save their life will lose it, and for those who lose their life for my sake and the sake of the gospel will save it. I'll be the first to say we've lost some things, like assisting in worship in care homes, our chanting group. This is the first year we will not be gathering for a sock toss. Because we are a grace-filled community, things have evolved, like how we worship. We've met outside in my backyard, in the park, near the Gary Oak Room, at Oak Bay United Church, or like last week when we provided communion at a curbside. Imagine, Gay, Ross, and I stood there. Folks were fed, given a table church box, and sent on their way. We have a Facebook Live Vespers worship, where we have sacred words and songs in silence. And we have Table Church, a worship at home experience that shares most profoundly that we have all that we need as followers of the way. 6 boxes were sent to homes across Canada. Created resources for you, for your practice at home, your church at home, to use as you feel called. On our website, we have sermons and spiritual practices. We have a book list that's specifically about justice issues that speak to our context. all of this is for you to use as you need. We gather by way of Zoom. We have, there is a knitting group, Women, Wine and Wisdom. Conversations are held after the sermon. And there is a book study. Special thanks to our beloved care callers. Thanks so much for caring and loving one another. We have sustained our community connection through the Greater Victoria Acting Together, continue to support Eddie Charlie and the Moose Hide campaign. My concern when all this began was, would we create an echo chamber of the way things were? Instead, we have found a unified voice that sings about our treasures, a song that will be sure to carry us into the future. We have embraced a model of teaching and learning from each other across time and space, with and for each other, sharing our treasures with tenderness and an open heart, in spite of everything. There are too many people to thank today who have been willing to share their gifts. Wow. What a year. Last year, our focus was on community relationships, congregational growth, and spiritual deepening. This year, I think we have more to explore around those very three important things: community relationships, congregational growth, and spiritual deepening. So as we move forward, I am confident we will learn more about ourselves and the community that we serve. Thank you for all the ways that you contribute and for all your love and support for this ministry and for this community. Amen. What's that, Sophie? What's that, Sophie?